Welcome back to the Scuffed Ass Podcast for episode number 171. I thought it was 172. Wonder thought it was 171. He was right. I was wrong. This shit sucks. I mean, to be fair, I never get it correct when I'm thinking of what episode number it is. Never.
That's true.
I cannot get it right. I'm always off. Except for episode 100, but that doesn't really count because that one took special planning.
Mm-hmm.
And, I started recording that like 2 months in advance because I had to get you and Destiny here, and then I had to get a million other people on calls.
Mm-hmm.
That was such a royal pain in the dick. Such a royal pain. So, that's a quick question for you that I think I know the answer to, but it's worth asking.
Hopefully it's a quick answer.
So, probably won't be. So, Destiny didn't ever want to be heard on stream or show up on the podcast, and then she started to.
Mm-hmm.
So, how long until your new girlfriend shows up and is on the podcast?
I don't know.
See, I think the answer is never.
I kind of feel that way too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Destiny was a little more, more cultured?
And a little more, I don't know, open to what this is. It's weird. I'm sorry. Like, if you think about it from the perspective of somebody who has never existed in this world, I don't know, just randomly getting on camera and talking about your life and everything going on in the world is kind of odd. I get that. I get it. Like, basically everything me and Wonder do ever is known by the entire internet. Like, everybody knows what we do.
Right.
So, yeah.
I don't know. If she ever did get on, I mean, basically all you'd have to do is mention plants, and she could go on a whole tangent.
It's tough
for like
because I don't know anything about plants. I'm not a botanist.
Ask her what kind of plant. What's your favorite plant, or something like that, or what do you like to do with plants? And she'll just...
So if there's ever an episode that's gonna come out on Arbor Day, we will we'll get her on the show. That's so fucking stupid. Or not, because again, I also understand it's weird. Like, sitting there and just talking to a camera right now while nobody's watching is weird, kinda.
Mm-hmm.
But then to know, hundreds of people are gonna watch it later, that's also like weird and tough, and I don't know. Not everybody's into that. Not everybody needs the whole world to know what's going on in there.
I mean, it's like a longer version of making a TikTok.
Does she do that?
No.
There you go.
She has TikTok.
Well, I guess there is a step. Well, she has YouTube too, and she has Spotify. So we're there, man. We're there.
Uh-huh.
We're there. And I mean, I guess technically she has been on a stream once. And a bunch of people saw her. D&D. She was laying back there.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Nobody can see where I was pointing, but yeah, she was laying back there. Yeah.
Like, luckily, she's not like one of those people. It's like she's not into D&D or anything like that. But she's not judgmental for me being a nerd. She calls me a nerd all the time.
Because you are a nerd. If the shoe fits,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Go ahead and finish your thought before I derail.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm just glad she's accepting of me being nerd, because
that's valid.
No, the relationship probably wouldn't work out because I'm too far down the rabbit hole now.
You're welcome. I've ruined you.
I know. Well,
so, if you can't tell, my cup looks kind of fucked up. So I grabbed it off the shelf, and there was water down at the bottom. I'm like, oh, that's not good. I hope that's water. Took off the lid, tipped it over. Nothing came out.
Oh.
See how there's 2 layers of plastic? There was water in between them somehow. So I finally got it drained, but now it's all foggy. I don't know. I don't know. It's fucked up and I don't like it.
There's a crack in it somewhere, apparently.
But I don't know where. The water wouldn't leak out of anywhere.
How'd you get it out there?
The top, it doesn't come loose. It's got to be a crack around the top somewhere where the inner cup seals into the outer cup.
Oh.
Because I just grabbed it, held it upside down, and like grabbed the very top and pulled, and I don't know, opened up some of the adhesive to let it drain out.
Oh.
Yeah, which probably isn't the best, but it's what I could do. I still don't know how it filled up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happened. It no good. It no good.
Did you see that TikTok I sent you?
When? No. Where?
Just a little bit ago.
No.
Oh, well, you'll have to watch it later. It's another conspiracy theory, but it is interesting nonetheless.
Why are you conspiracing?
Because TikTok's conspiracies are the best. They get some wild ones out there. But it is kind of strange, this one that I sent you, though. Like, because no matter, all the things that are listed are just facts.
Are they?
Yeah. They're just facts, but everybody's anticipating because of those facts that something's going to happen. And everybody's like, oh, what's it going to be? What's it going to be? But most likely nothing's going to happen. But
Oh, it's political bullshit. I genuinely don't care. Other
well,
than we
kinda. Well, kind of is, but not
it
really.
literally only is. I refuse to accept any other answer. No, the only political thing worth mentioning is that Monday, May 22nd, at time of recording, we have like less than 12 hours for them to figure out what they're going to do with our debt ceiling. Otherwise, we're going to enter a massive recession. So I hope... no, this isn't a shoulder shrug. This one could be really bad.
Right.
Well, no.
Oh,
If we default, it'll be really bad. It'll be really bad.
But if we keep spending like we do, it's going to be really bad. Just prolonged.
Well, so the same thing we've done since like the Reagan administration.
That's the problem, though. It can only build so much before.
We're not allowed to get mad at the current administration for continuing to do what every other administration does.
No.
The thing is, I don't know if that's what's going to happen. Because McCarthy, the Speaker of the House, is a moron. And kind of promised everybody he'd figure out a way to do this without raising the debt ceiling. Which he's going to have to do. There's no other way out.
Well, see, that's the thing. They're raising the debt ceiling no matter what. They're just trying to cut spending.
Well, if they don't figure it out within the next 12 hours, they can't.
Right.
You have to have about 10 days to get it passed, written into a bill and passed through everything. We only have till June 1st before we default. We run out of money and we default. So... So by next week, this podcast and the whole world could be shut down. Well, not the whole world. It'll cause major problems everywhere.
Right. Yeah.
So that's good. That's good.
I don't think that's going to happen because if that happens, even rich people go broke. So
everyone goes broke. It's a problem.
Well, it won't happen, but
but technically it could. I'm sorry. Why did you wait until the last minute? Like, fuck.
What do you mean wait till the last minute?
To figure this out. If you've been trying to figure it out for months. I mean, I get it. It's because McCarthy's an idiot and made promises he couldn't keep. Shocker. Welcome to being a politician. I don't know why the other politicians believed a politician, but...
McCarthy's been saying that since day one, though.
No.
And they've been trying to negotiate a deal. But
McCarthy's whole thing was he wouldn't raise the debt ceiling. He'd figure out a way to get us out of debt completely without doing anything. And in reality, that's not possible. No, yeah. Dude, I watched somebody who knows more than you ever will about this, an actual congressman, talk about it. I believe him over your words. Actually, it does. You know the guy I'm talking about. What the fuck is his name? Hold on. Jeff Jackson, the TikTok congressman. He posts on TikTok. That guy. Hold on. Look at your fucking look at Discord.
I see him. I see him. I know who he is.
Yeah.
But still, it was just.
I trust the guy who knows things more than I trust you on this topic. I'm gonna be honest. Because he's the one who has been in the room and knows exactly what was said and didn't just read an article that.
Oh, you have a tendency of cutting me off really fastly, and
that is true. I'm a dick.
Because I was elaborating. I wasn't just saying no. That's not what he said. But I mean, in essence, he did say that. His whole thing was we need to get out of debt.
Right.
He didn't want to raise the debt ceiling, but that's a thing that's got to happen. It's got to happen. But now he's saying that we need to cut spending. Like that's just one thing we need to.
Yeah, and they're going to cut it from
more money than what we're making. That's what he's trying to do. They're going
to cut spending from all the wrong places, and it's going to like they always do. They're going to cut funding to schools again because that's what they do. They're going to cut funding to anything that matters, but make sure that our military gets more money than they know what to do with because they lose it all. I'm sorry, you lose 23. I'm sorry, you take the amount that they lose every year, and that's how much we reduce our military budget by. If they claim to have lost money, you don't get that next year because you obviously didn't fucking need it. And we give that money to somewhere useful. And I love the argument with that. Well, that's actually going to classified projects. No. When it goes to a classified project, they don't say they lost it. There's literally a part of the budget that is just called classified projects. Like, this is just money that, I don't know, somebody embezzled, that they just fucking lost. I don't know. They typed the wrong number on PayPal when they bought a Humvee. I don't fucking know.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I know our military's not using PayPal to pay for things. You know what I mean, you fucking idiots.
Right. But I get, I agree we can't just not raise the debt ceiling, but I do also agree that there needs to be something that's done. Everybody's like, well, for years they've just raised the ceiling. Let's just do it again. It's like, well, at some point somebody's got to put the foot down and say, hey, enough's enough. We got to cut spending.
Get both sides to agree on what to cut spending on. I'm sorry. If you cut spending towards schools again, you might as well just get rid of them. There's no point in having a school.
The issue is that this is supposed to be the politicians come together and they make a deal. And that's impossible in today's world because everybody's just trying to hate each other.
Well, there's that, but there's also the weird bullshit arbitrary rules. One side, we can't touch the military funding ever. We fucking should. And then it's the other side, well, we trying to be logical. Well, we can't touch the things that actually help people. We can't. Can't touch any of the medical stuff. We can't touch disability. Don't touch any of that. And the other side that's arguing for something arbitrary where they lose 90% of their money anyways doesn't get why we should just give them less money. It's a very simple answer.
My thing is, there's a lot more things out there that we don't need to be spending money on other than just the military. Like, yeah, sure, the military is a big chunk, but like, there's a lot of shit out there.
But you know how much money you could save by cutting some funding to the military?
Right. But I don't understand why. It doesn't matter what party does it. Whenever they decide to reallocate money to something else, they take it from something that's important. Right. Why not take it from something that doesn't fucking matter?
Right.
And reallocate that. Quit touching people's Social Security.
Yep.
Quit touching people's, investments.
Yeah.
Quit dipping your hands in cryptocurrencies and taxing that more and more. Quit attacking streamers,
Yeah.
online streamers,
Or anyone,
because you don't know what the fuck it
entertainment
is.
business is
The entertainment business, yeah. Quit attacking shit that actually helps people and makes people money.
Why am I in
And
a higher tax bracket than you? Technically.
Right, exactly.
It's like that. Why? I don't. It's so dumb. And both sides do that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Weirdly, Trump attacked the entertainment industry, which I find odd because he's been an entertainer his entire life. Like, dude, what are we doing?
He's literally part of the entertainment group.
Yeah. When he did that, I was like, dude, why? Man, why me?
I mean, gotta find your money for that wall somewhere.
I guess, dude. It's all right. Fuck. Yeah, it's just goofy, and I don't understand it, and yeah. It's one of those things. We could fix a lot of things if we had people in power who would handle this a little better. Now, so I was listening. Me and Greg were talking about this a little bit, but fuck. Now I gotta look it up because I totally forgot the exact thing he said.
Oh, Greg said something?
Yeah. About America's actual political ideology and how it's not democracy and capitalism. We are a corporatocracy, where in all reality, the corporations run the country. The people we elect in are just the puppets of the corporations. People have no control. Politicians have no control. It is entirely the corporations. Honestly, think of Shadowrun.
Mm-hmm.
That is more accurately what America's political system is.
Yeah.
And I mean, not wrong. Oh, why are we doing
the amazing thing is do you know how much America would prosper as a country if it was actually ran like it was supposed to be?
No, because it never has been.
I don't know. I mean, after 1776, we implicated the Constitution, and our economy we jumped into, in a short amount of time, we jumped into the greatest nation known to the world,
and then quickly fell off of that.
But no, we were that way for a long time. You know, sure, we had civil wars and shit.
Well, the Civil War kind of caused a lot of issues, and those issues somehow have not gone away.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is there's getting to be too much, you know, oh, let's just kind of do our own thing instead of let's go by the Constitution. And it's kind of, you're getting too many things going on at one time, and it's just turning things haywire.
Yeah.
The Constitution is very specific most of the time, and they're there for a reason. But a lot of times, the Constitution is like the First Amendment is one of the worst ones that gets overlooked. You know, like people are like, "Oh, you can't say that." You know, yeah, sure, it may be shitty and horrible, but that's the First Amendment. You know, people are going to say shitty things no matter what. Whether, you know, just let them say it.
So there's a thing with that. The government cannot infringe your right to free speech.
Right.
Private organizations can. You are not allowed to say whatever you want on Twitter. Even now that Elon took over and says he's all about free speech, you will still get banned for the things you say on Twitter. Because when you're shitty, there are still consequences for actions. I don't know why people don't understand this. You don't just get to do whatever you want because of some arbitrary piece of paper that affects our government, not private lives. But
the thing about it, though, is that the government is trying to step in and overstep their boundaries and control what people can say, do, think, eat, sleep.
Where?
Whatever.
where's the government doing that? People are doing that. People are infringing your rights to do things, and I'm not saying that's okay, but they
literally in Montana, the government's banning TikTok.
So technically that's not, it's weird, and it's not gonna work. It's not actually gonna end up banned, I promise.
Well, it's not, because it's a violation of the First Amendment. You cannot, the government cannot step in and ban because even though TikTok doesn't necessarily have, everything factual about it, it is still a way of news and information, and people use it to gain information and to,
and so the thing is,
themselves.
technically
and because of that,
they can ban it though, because it's not that TikTok in itself is just a foreign entity business, even though it's technically not. The corporate overlords of TikTok are from another country, from a different corporatocracy. So
right.
Our corporatocracy doesn't like their corporatocracy, so it's bad. So technically they can't, because they're not removing your right to free speech. They're removing a platform for it, but it's just the government shutting down a business, which has always been a thing. Now, the reason this won't actually work, is well, first it's going to go through a bunch of legal battles, including battles with Apple and Google, because there's not a different app store for every state. And Apple and Google are the only people really in danger of getting in trouble for this. It's not actually people, because that's the thing. You're allowed to still that's the thing everybody's missing. For this ban, you're still allowed to have TikTok in Montana. You're still allowed to use it in Montana. You just can't download it in Montana. Also, what I find funny about that is TikTok's just a website. You can go to TikTok.com. So, that still doesn't really work. But there are no boundaries for the App Store. Either one. The Google Play Store, Apple's App Store, the Samsung App Store, the Amazon Store. All of them. There's no physical boundaries. There's not a different App Store in Wyoming than there is in Montana, than there is in California. It's all the same thing. So there's no way for them to know where you're downloading stuff from. Unless you're going to require Apple and Google to gather our location data, which they don't if you tell them not to.
All right.
Well, I don't know about Google. They've had some issues with that in the past. Apple, when you tell it no, they go, okay. And that's why Apple does it different. When you log into Facebook and do you get a pop-up like the first time you downloaded Facebook on your phone? Did you get a pop-up asking you if you wanted that app to track you across other apps?
No.
On Apple, you do.
I downloaded Facebook 10 years ago. So
no, you have not had that phone for 10 years. It would not fucking
I had
work.
it on my other phone.
Right, but you would have downloaded it again on your new phone.
No.
Yes.
It comes pre-downloaded. So when I
phone comes with stuff pre-downloaded?
So when I got a new phone, especially Samsung's, when I got a new phone, it automatically downloads all the apps that were on my previous phone.
That's great.
So,
but still, that's re-downloading it. That's a fresh install. It would ask you this.
It doesn't, because it was already approved on the other device.
But that's also a thing, though. Google doesn't have that. Google doesn't require that, so the app won't ask you. That's why while you're on Facebook, when we talk about stuff, you'll get ads for something we talked about. But Apple devices, it's not Facebook that asks you. It's Apple. Hey, do you want to allow Facebook to track you across other apps? When I click no, Facebook is blocked from that. Not because Facebook chooses to, but because Apple steps in and goes, no. You can't do that. Sorry. That's why I get such weird fucking ads, because nothing can track. But on like actual websites they can, so that's a little different. But
Mhm.
like just on the apps on my phone, they can't track it. So it just done. Which is awesome. That you can give Apple shit for a lot of things. Privacy is not one of them. Apple,
Right.
I mean, we literally watched Apple not allow the US government to get into a terrorist's phone because that's a breach of privacy with the user, and the US government's like, you're gonna do it, and Apple's like, no, we're not.
Well, you're not. Yeah. I don't know. It's
Imagine your company was big enough you could stand up to the US government and they'd go, fine. Fine, we'll do nothing.
it's not just TikTok. I have an issue. Like,
I know.
so if like, so say if our government decides, oh, we don't like the information that's being shared on any social media,
Right.
let's ban everything.
So that's actually their plan. That is, so the whole, not the Montana TikTok ban, but the Restrict Act, what came out of the
Right.
whole TikTok, the trial thing where the TikTok CEO had to be there and
yeah,
whatever. The Restrict Act that came from that, when you read up on that actual bill, none of it actually mentions TikTok. Not
Mhm.
one time.
yeah, they're not after they're after.
Oh my god, my internet crashed again. God damn. Dude.
And you control it.
Fuck. I don't know if it's my internet or his, to be honest.
Hello.
I don't know if it's my internet or yours that's having a problem, but we're having problems.
Oh.
So you gotta
Did you hear what I said?
none of it.
Yeah, it's cutting out a little bit.
Yeah. Again, I don't know if it's mine or yours or both. Awesome. That's awesome. Okay. You're moving again. I see
Okay.
you. Are we back?
I think so.
I'm just filling the dead air with noises whenever it
Right.
cuts out. Because, dead air is bad. Oh my god. Fuck, dude. What is going on? Is it my internet or his? Mine. So we're gonna go ahead and do a quick reset of the Fi.
That'll be good.
Go reset your internet real quick. I'm doing the same to mine.
It's not my internet. It's not mine.
Oh, good.
Because I'm over here watching Eero play.
Sweet. So it's mine. Sweet. For anyone watching on YouTube, the video may cut out for a minute, so just fair warning and stuff. Yeah. Hopefully it doesn't completely fuck up, but it might. So we will see. And we'll see what information in the DMs gets leaked. Hopefully none. But yeah, the Restrict Act is fucked up. That's what we know. I'll go fully into detail more on that when Wonder's available. Cake.exe stopped working. Error, no crumbs detected. That's a dub. All right. My head, no Bob. Yes, sir, Bob. Hello.
Hello there.
I reset my internet. Let's see if it worked. Second time I've had to do that today, so I'm a little concerned that we might be back on the bullshit here. It's terrifying.
Yeah. It was fine forever. And then just.
I know,
randomly.
that's why it's terrifying.
Yeah, mine's fine. I over here watching Eero play Fortnite.
Well, what's fucked up is that computer never stopped. But my phone and all of this computer did. And it's fucking doing it again. Oh my God. Dude. This is the life of geek with the internet problems.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wonders. Dude, I can't even get into a conversation because I don't know if it's going to fuck up again.
Right.
This is tough. Eero just died.
Yeah.
It's tough, buddy. It's tough. But yeah, the Restrict Act is fucked. That's what we know.
But that's like...
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you were saying. We're not allowed to hear it. It's so fucked up. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, it's literally doing the thing it used to do.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to send Lentils a message while we're... no, I'm not, because he's definitely not at work. Fuck. But, yeah, the Restrict Act is terrifying.
Yeah. And, yeah, what I've been trying to say is you control information, you control the population, you control the people.
Yeah.
And that's what the government's trying to do. I think everything, you may think everybody's against each other as far as Republicans and Democrats, but in my mind, I think they're all on the same page and they all want the same thing, and that's to control the population, control the people.
Yeah, I mean, a point, for sure.
Take away their access to information. You destroy the education system, so we're not as educated. Take away the Second Amendment. Basically, the government then controls. It is then a dictatorship, pretty much. The government controls everything you do, under the guise of democracy.
Oh, so you mean what's been happening in this country since like 1892? I don't know. I picked a random number. But yeah, the Restrict Act gives the feds massive power to monitor and police U.S. citizens online. Does so by allowing the Secretary of Commerce to conduct security reviews of any tech product that is even partially owned by countries from any foreign adversary, which is not defined very well.
Mm-hmm.
Foreign adversaries. Who are they? Any country the secretary says. Seriously. Mm-hmm. Here's how this could play out. You use a wrong app that isn't liked by the current powers that be. Pick a program owned by a country that's on the current naughty list. You are now at risk for a 20-year prison sentence and up to $1 million in fines. Even if you hate TikTok and everyone that uses it, and completely trust the current administration. This is, oh God, it's so bad. The bill's authors are introducing this bill because they're worried that foreign ownership of social media companies poses national security concerns. No, the fuck it doesn't. And here's why. Again, I stand by this. If you're going to be in charge of writing bills about technology and the internet, you should understand how the fuck they work. If you have ever been on the internet ever, all of your information is already out there. Anyone who wants it already has it. That is how the internet works. Once it's put on there, it never goes away. Never. Now, just because it's not easy to find does not mean it went away. I think this is a key thing to say. The national security concerns, there aren't any. I'm sorry, China knowing my name and birthday and anything else isn't a national security concern. And if you're saying, well, government agents using that, then don't let them use the internet. It's that simple. Don't restrict all the citizens because you're a whiny dumb cunt.
I'm totally down with, our government officials not being able to have
anything. I'm down.
Well, yeah.
No houses.
But if you watch that video I sent you earlier, that's part of what I was talking about is their whole mobile devices and stuff. They've all been issued satellite phones, like old satellite phones, and they're their reasoning is in case you'll have to watch the video to see what the words that they use.
Sure.
Because it was very interesting.
He's paraphrasing and could get it entirely wrong.
Yes, and I don't want to do that. So, but I do want you to watch the video because it's kind of weird. It's just the timing and the circumstances and how they fucking said it, and then they kind of like tried to do it under the table so nobody knew about it.
Well, that's how the government does everything.
Yeah, well,
that was their whole goal with the Restrict Act, was to get everybody focused on the TikTok ban thing, so that we'd miss this. Only people haven't really missed it. Because, I'm sorry, that's the cool thing about social media. You can try to sweep it under the rug, but somebody's going to catch it. And all it takes is one person.
There's a lot of eyes and ears out there. Well, that's what the government's scared about. There's too many eyes and ears out there. They can't do their dumb shit. They can't do their, corruption.
That's
without
tough,
being
isn't
caught.
it, bitch?
Yep. Well, we can get away with our corruption with all these eyes and ears around that we can't watch.
Yeah, well, fuck yourself.
How are we supposed to rob the American people if we're being watched?
Ooh, what's happening on Raw?
I don't know. Babies, probably.
I mean, maybe.
If they're going in Raw, it'll happen.
That's fair.
Don't be silly. Wrap your willy.
Also fair. What happened? Why? God, Brock Lesnar is such a dick. Jesus Christ, Spencer, that's funny as shit. So I don't know if you've been seeing this on Twitter, but we've been doing a lot of, posting 4 pictures of my 4 favorite wide receivers, quarterbacks, running backs, fullbacks, cornerbacks of all time. So, I had my wide receivers list, and there's Randy Moss and Justin Jefferson, and this isn't of all time, it's of your lifetime, so the people you were alive to see. So a lot of guys aren't on this list. And again, it's favorites, not best. So it's Randy Moss, it's Justin Jefferson, it's Larry Fitzgerald, it's Percy Harvin.
Right.
He was awesome. I miss that guy. Spencer, though, posted his. Chad Johnson, Terrell Owens, Andre Johnson, and Calvin Johnson. Somebody replied to him, "That's a lot of Johnson." I don't know why it made me chuckle though, but it did. Yeah. So that's been fun. Yeah. I'm trying to think. There are other things I wanted to bring up that are really annoying though.
Such as?
I'm looking. So Google, one of the biggest corporations in our corporatocracy here, made a boo-boo.
Yeah, they usually do.
So Google is, let me find an article here. Google released 8 new top-level domains. So, like .com, .org, .whatever.
I know what you're going to say. I've seen
the suffixes at the end of URLs, whatever. They added .zip and .mov as new domains.
Mm-hmm. They're now verified domains.
.mov is a little goofy.
Mm-hmm.
Because that is what every one of my video files saves as. That's what Apple, Final Cut Pro and iMovie, that is their standard for video files. So it's like .mp4 for regular videos or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just strange. But .zip is what people use to compress files for downloads. And there's this thing. The .zip thing has been used in URLs forever. But now it's a little bit changed. And there's a big problem here.
Yeah, just about every scammer out there right now is licking their chops.
Oh yeah, this is going to be easy. The concern, which is already starting to play out, is that URLs that look like file names will open up even more possibilities for digital scams like phishing that trick web users into clicking on malicious links that are masquerading as something legitimate.
Mm-hmm.
The two domains can also expand the problem of programs mistakenly recognizing file names as URLs and automatically adding links to the file names. With this in mind, scammers could strategically buy .zip and .mov URLs that are also common file names. Think springbreak23.mov. URLs that are common file names so online references to a file with that name could automatically link to a malicious website.
Mm-hmm.
Attackers will use whatever they can to get inside an organization. This goes back a long time now. Nothing's changed. Whatever. The thing is, I keep seeing people, well, if you're just a savvy web user, you won't have a problem. Yes, you will.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care how technically savvy you are. You're going to fall for it. I'm going to fall for it. Everyone's going to fall for it. Because it's impossible now to know. Anything on GitHub, which is a like coding type of website that you can use, there are a lot of URLs that are like, it's github.com, but then the continued URL has .zip at the end. And that's for specific file downloads from GitHub. But now if you change one symbol in that, it'll know not, like, you can no longer tell which file, like, which links are safe to open and which aren't for things that have already existed.
Yeah, a lot of people are gonna lose money.
This is so bad. It's so bad. And Google doesn't seem to see an issue.
Well, yeah, because Google's gonna make their money.
Until they don't.
Well, that's not what they see.
I can't wait for them to get sued. A bunch.
It's opportunity for growth.
It's not. It's not. It's so not. And then the other one. Oh, the other big corporate bullshit that pisses me off so bad. Activision has shut down the launcher known as Boii, B-O-I-I-I. It was a community-made Black Ops 3 launcher that on PC would allow you to play the game free of hackers. Because on PC, the client, the regular Black Ops 3 client, the reason I haven't made you buy it so we can play, the regular Black Ops 3 client is so fucked to the point where hackers can not just like hack your account, they can get into every file on your computer.
Oh my God.
They can shut down everything you're doing while you're playing that game. It is that bad. So BOIII fixed all of that. Now, the interesting thing, you still had to own a license of Black Ops 3 to use it. Activision shut it down today. Why? No one knows. It's not like it was costing Activision money. You still had to buy Black Ops 3 to use it. Activision still had to get their money for people to be able to use it. This just fixed all of the issues.
This just tells me that Activision truly caters to hackers. Like,
right?
they straight up
they
cater
want,
to I'm pretty sure Activision themselves are hackers.
They want Black Ops 3 to die for some reason. And I don't understand it. Like, there are still people working on that game. So, the community creations, the custom zombies maps, you've seen me play them.
Yeah.
People are still making those constantly. But nobody's willing to play them because downloading that game or logging into it puts you at risk of being completely hacked.
Mm-hmm.
This shit
Well,
is...
plus, I think Activision doesn't want you to see remnants of
what what an actual good game is.
Maybe.
And
They don't want
just
you to know
you
they can
think
make
that-
one.
Yeah. They just want you to think that, oh well, what we put out there is the best we can do. Just send us just send us your money. That's
Wow.
Shut up and send us your money.
Yeah, it's so annoying. Like, but the thing is, people had to send them money to use the launcher. It literally, it fixed all of the problems with Black Ops 3, which we know Activision isn't going to do. They're not going to let Treyarch go fix it. Even though Treyarch absolutely could, they won't let them.
Right.
So, like, this was your out. You never had to worry about it again. The community fixed it for you. And you still get to make your money. I don't get it. I don't get it. Oh.
I don't know either.
This is fun. Some guy on Twitter, so, you can never know how true it is, but I like the story, so we're going to talk about it. I was pulled over for an alleged DUI after picking Thai food up because the cop saw me walking to my vehicle in an unsteady manner. I asked, since he saw me, did you happen to notice my cane and that my vehicle was conspicuously parked in the disabled spot? He left. I guess walking to your car while disabled carrying Thai food is suspicious. Yes, walking while disabled is suspicious.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
God.
I didn't know you didn't know that.
That's wild. I mean, the issue is that's totally believable, whether that's true or not.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Sadly.
totally believable. Which is awful.
Yeah.
Actually, it's more than believable. That would be like the least crazy thing to ever happen to me. You didn't notice I was on crutches? Of course I was unsteady.
Well, crutches are supposed to make you steady.
No. You walk on a crutch, bitch. I
Both
dare
your
you.
handstands and walk.
No, you won't.
Yeah, I'm probably too fat for that now.
Who the hell is that? Oh, sure. That's weird. WWE is weird. It's also sad. Apparently 2 weeks ago I don't know if it was I think it was a Monday Night Raw. Two women and two different of the top tag teams got hurt.
Oh.
In the same match.
Oh.
Yeah, one fucked up her shoulder and the other tore her ACL.
Oh.
The one who fucked up her shoulder though was was one of the tag team champions at the time.
Oh.
And that team had to relinquish their belts, which is sad. So, yeah. It's tough. WWE's in a rough spot. I don't know why they're adding another person to this tag team match, though. Raquel Rodriguez, I get she was the champion and lost her teammate, but I'm sorry, there's no point in adding her to a match. Ronda Rousey is in this match for the tag team championships. We know who's going to win. It's kind of boring. At least you can have the story be like the Roman Reigns is going after the tag team championships. It's easy to see him losing, not because he loses. They just pin the other guy. And I'm sure, I guess that could happen to Ronda, but they didn't do it last time. They won't do it this time. Ow. Why you bully Finn Balor, Mr. Nakamura? That's just rude. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have a lot else to yell about.
No, I kind of lost my momentum when we started having internet issues.
Genuinely, though, internet issues fucked me up. It's big sad. So yeah, what else we got?
I
Anything?
don't know.
Anything to say?
Not really. I'm not looking forward to going to work tomorrow. But
Are you ever?
sometimes.
Do you even like job?
I mean, I like what I'm actually doing, what I signed up for, which is ditch riding.
Which is you only do for like 4 months out of the year.
Yeah, but basically ride, my ditch for 2 hours or 3 hours a day, and come home and play video games and
So
take naps and.
I still don't understand why they do these. The weird, sorry, I'm still scrolling through the WWE stuff. Why do contract signings still exist?
I don't know.
Because they only do them for like one match every third pay-per-view as their contract signing. And never does the contract actually get signed because a fight just starts. But then the match still happens anyways. So like, why didn't you just make them have a match on Raw leading into the thing? Like, well, it's just convoluted and weird for no fucking reason. And I don't understand.
You don't like convolution?
Not really.
Oh.
You know what I do like, though? The idea. So, I've figured out how you tell the end of the Bloodline Tribal Chief story the best way. Do you want me to... You want me to go or no? Okay.
You can.
Well, I didn't know if you wanted to be done and stop listening to this shit. So, Roman Reigns, you know, Universal Champion for however many thousands of days. What you do, I think you do it the fucked up way. That'll piss some people off, but it's okay. On Saturday, you have Roman win the tag team championships. You do it.
Mm-hmm.
At Money in the Bank, you have Roman compete for another one of the titles, or you have him win the Money in the Bank. Either way. So he gets another title shot. Roman holds 3, technically like 6 separate titles, but really it's 3, realistically. The tag team titles are one thing at this point. The Universal and the WWE are one thing, and then you hold a third. Then you slowly start having it crumble. First, he loses the tag team championships. You do it in an interesting way, and you have it be to his cousins, the Usos. Whether you I don't think you have them pin him either. But whatever. Then, if you don't go the Money in the Bank route, which you shouldn't, you have him, whatever the other title is, let's say he goes and wins the World Heavyweight Championship. Somehow, he gets that match, he wins it.
Mm-hmm.
He has that title. Then, you know, I don't know what pay-per-view it is, you pick one. You have him versus whoever in a match. The Money in the Bank winner comes out while Roman's down, perform their finisher on his opponent, pin them. So Roman loses that title without getting pinned. All leading us back to WrestleMania, where Roman has now lost his family. The Usos turned on him and took his other titles. Solo has probably left by this point. Then you have whoever it is, Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, whoever. I still think the better story would be Randy Orton. Let the legend killer kill one final legend. At WrestleMania, Roman loses. Roman has now lost everything. And on Monday night, or whenever he decides to come back, it would probably be a Friday night because he's a SmackDown superstar. But you know what I mean? Roman comes back and becomes a good guy again. Once Roman loses everything, which is how this all has to end, the tribal chief character has to die. He has to evolve again. So you switch him back to being a good guy, because when he loses everything and he's sitting in the room with the guy who made him turn heel in the first place, Paul Heyman, Roman gets to realize that this entire time he was played by the little worm that is Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman, I think, should then take Solo Sikoa, Roman's cousin, to be his new number one guy. And we get the Roman versus Solo match at some point, which is realistically Roman fighting to save a member of his family from Paul Heyman, because he knows what happens when you work with that little worm. The story, if WWE, which because Vince is around, they won't, if they would focus on a long-term story, it would be so fucking good. Because I think you have Seth Rollins be the one who steals the World Heavyweight Championship away from Roman. I think you have Roman beat Seth to take it, so Roman finally gets that victory over Seth when it matters. But then you have Seth be the one to steal it back from him. Then you get to set up the long-term story of Seth and Finn Balor. Finn Balor's first and only world title win was over Seth Rollins. Finn had to give up that belt in less than 24 hours because of an injury. You give Finn another shot, and you get to tell a big feud with him and Seth. It'll be great. If you have Cody Rhodes be the one, or Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, I think it should be Randy. Maybe you don't do it at WrestleMania, but wherever you have Roman drop that title, you drop it to Randy. And then you get to tell because Randy's basically, if he comes back, which there's no guarantee, he could just retire. But I think he tries to go for one final run and WWE lets him. You let him kill the legend that is Roman Reigns. And then you tell a big story where Cody Rhodes defeats Randy Orton to finally win the biggest prize of them all. Because Cody and Randy, back in the day, were in a stable with Ted DiBiase Jr. called Legacy, because they were all second-generation superstars. All of their fathers were WWE wrestlers. Randy gets his final moment in the sun with a title, and you get to finish Cody's story by finishing the Legacy's story. Cody gets to send Randy out, and you have it be you have it not just be a championship match. It's a retirement match. Loser has to retire. That gives Randy his out to walk off into the sunset after one final championship run. And you get basically what is a 15-year story in the making between Randy and Cody. It would be so fucking good. They need to hire me. I don't understand.
Yeah. Yep, they do. I mean,
this would be incredible. I mean, I did just spoil it all, but nobody listened to this, so it's okay. It would be so good. I need to be a writer somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, sports writer, WWE writer, some kind of writer.
Just let me write Star Wars movies.
That'd be great.
It'd be so good.
The villains would always be
fucking awesome.
Awesome.
And hey, I know a lot of people who created some cool heroes that I can steal stories from.
Mm-hmm.
Or I can always go with the heroes I always try to create that get turned into villains. I could just finally let one be a hero. Maybe. Or maybe
True.
not. We'll see. Dude, just let me write our D&D story as an actual movie the correct way.
Right.
It would be so good. Or our Star Wars story, not our D&D. I might have said D&D. My brain weird.
Well, either way, like...
Yeah, but I mean, the Taron Damon Star Wars story. Let me make that into a real movie.
That would be an awesome movie.
With a Disney budget. He's so.
That's like a.
Oh,
Who
God.
the hell would I even characterize that as? Like that's like a fucking. Um. Oh. God damn it! What's his name?
I don't know.
Finn and Ray type thing. Except Ray's a good person, like the good,
Wait,
not
what?
evil.
Finn and
Is it
Ray.
Finn and
Neither of
Ray?
them are evil.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But I mean, like the Damon and Taryn,
Oh, yeah.
because you got Finn, who's
Gotcha. I see what you're
kind
saying.
of just the
Yeah.
average Joe, and
Yeah, I see what you're saying
turns out
now.
to be important. And
Dude, I could make such a cool trilogy out of that because you have the early stuff where Taryn's a good guy, and then you have that weird part where we're all stuck in that cave. Well, you guys are stuck in the cave. I'm stuck on a different planet getting tortured. Then you have the finale, which we haven't even gotten to experience yet. But I could write a cool one, I promise. Fuck,
Yeah.
Wonder's heard me writing the script for that in the background
yep,
because I'm trying to convince him to be part of it. It's tough. It's tough. It's fun to play the villain. You got to try to corrupt other people, and then be the one with the surprise to give at the table. Oh, God, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. I want to play that game again so fucking bad. I feel like
know.
it'll never
know.
happen.
I know.
Yeah,
It's tough.
it is tough. They're all busy playing some other shitty game.
Yep, I know.
Why are we trading AD? How bad is this Nuggets Lakers game going that they want to trade AD? The Lakers are only down 5. It's fine. Yeah, that's true. Lakers fans, when it comes to Anthony Davis, the cycle. And there's just 2 different options. It's, this dude fucking sucks, bro. What the fuck? Do something. Suddenly, he's a fucking monster. Holy fuck, AD is a god. And it's weird that it happens in like the same game normally.
Yeah.
How about you don't have that press conference? The Anthony Davis I'll be better press conference is incoming. How about you got 12 minutes? How about you just be better right now? I'm sorry. You know what's fun? I know everybody keeps trying to call me a loser because you just want the Lakers because better finals ratings. No, I want the Lakers because I want LeBron to win one more ring, and I don't know if there's ever another chance after this. Like, I don't know if we ever get to see LeBron compete for one again, so let's go right now. You know? Like, I want to see it right now. Give me it right now. But, I mean, they're down 3-0 to the Nuggets. LeBron was the first man to come back down 3-1. He can be the first man to come back down 3-0. He could do it. I'm sure if there's anyone in the world that could, it's him. He is him. So do it. Why is everybody saying good night as if it's over? Well, it's a 3-point game. What are people doing? People are wild. People wild and come on, Bron. You got this. Do that goat shit we all know you got in you. All right. Well, that's all I got. I'm going to go see some goat shit.
Sounds good. I'm probably gonna mosey my ass to bed.
No, go eat.
Oh yeah, that first. That's gonna happen first.
Yeah, you're welcome. I remembered you the food.
Euro just had the cheekiest fucking win.
He's a black banana.
Uh-huh.
I didn't get to see the ending. I just know it. I see the victory royale.
Yeah, so some guy was flying through the air and fell to his death.
Oh, cheater.
He hit him one time for 24 damage, and the guy fell to his death.
We got a #1 victory royale. Yeah, Fortnite, we about to get down. Get down. All right.
That'll
Well,
do.
Yeah, that'll do it for us. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Peace.